I live in a world that never sleeps, where travelers, voyagers, and those striving to beat the inevitable offer a unique perspective everywhere I go. I live in a world where you can get strawberries in the winter and pumpkins in the summer. I live in a world where I can drive my shit car to a dusty, unfrequented record store and be content with believing I wouldn't be happier anywhere else. I live in a world where I can believe that every wish I make is one that will be granted to its full extent. Although I get unsure, there's always something that brings me back. Channeling the feelings of late summer nights filled with cheap beer, of loosely laced sneakers sold with an impulse that only the kids of yesteryear remember, of standing on the fringes of life, of a misplaced youth that rightfully indulges in equally misplaced nostalgia, of spending hours upon hours writing music in the room with that horrible wallpaper I've been meaning to tear down, of the making of honeyed rock and roll that's still rough around the edges, a rock and roll with Northern Californian roots that have thrived in the Southern Californian sun, of the cassettes a dad would show his son on car rides to baseball practice, and the production pulls from that the son would later discover from his dorm room neighbor. It's easy to understand but hard to ignore. I live in a world where youthfulness and daydreaming is a crime, and where love is a pure emotion filled with nothing but what it means, if anybody knows what it means at all. And despite my lack of compassion to the ones that do drown out the only things keeping us thriving, I wouldn't expect anything less. Because in the end, death can come unexpectedly, even in the prime of life. And some people can't exactly grasp that although this is true, that doesn't mean we need to worry about it. We wander and we worry, but refuse to accept the fact that not all that wander are lost. They're just waiting to be found. I live in a world where hope and remembrance will provide insights into the increasingly complicated world in which we live in. But no matter where we are, we will continue to change with the seasons and embrace our thoughts as the tender leaves that sway in every direction they are.